What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. For this camera comparison we have the latest and greatest from Huawei, the P40 Pro, of course we have the latest and greatest from Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the iPhone 11. So throughout this video I'm going to show you a bunch of daytime pictures, and of course I've included some portrait mode pictures, I've included some pictures taken with the main lenses, and I've also included some zoom pictures. But keep in mind that for the zoom pictures on the back of the iPhone 11 we don't have a telephoto lens. If I would have had the iPhone 11 Pro, well, that one does have a telephoto lens. So the zoom pictures that you're gonna see aren't exactly a fair comparison because, well, this one doesn't have a telephoto lens. I'm also gonna show you a bunch of daytime and nighttime video recordings, so you can see which one does better for video recordings, and all the way at the end some selfies. And of course some nighttime pictures because we all love nighttime pictures. Just in case you're wondering, all the pictures were taken about a second apart from each other and on auto mode on all three devices, but I did use the night mode for the night pictures. And with that being said, why don't we start by checking out the daytime pictures and more specifically the portrait mode pictures. Alright, so the first thing I've noticed for the portrait mode pictures is the fact that the Huawei P40 Pro has better edge detection than the other two. I would say that the iPhone 11 is on the second place, with the Samsung Galaxy S20 being the third one for edge detection. Then looking at the colors, well, I have to say that the pictures taken by the Huawei P40 Pro are exactly what I was seeing with my own eyes. Because realistically the sky was never that blue as it appears in the pictures taken by the iPhone 11 and the Samsung Galaxy S20. So for color accuracy, once again, I have to give it to the Huawei P40 Pro. So for portrait mode pictures, for me personally, the Huawei P40 Pro does the best out of the three, followed closely by the iPhone 11 and then the Samsung Galaxy S20. But definitely take a look at these pictures and definitely let me know in the comments down below what you believe, which phone does better for portrait mode pictures. Moving on to zoom pictures, so I've done 5 times zoom because the iPhone 11 only allows you to zoom in up to 5 times. So that's why the 5 times. So I was quite surprised here because with the Huawei P40 Pro we get a telephoto lens, a 5 times telephoto lens. And I thought that that phone will take the best pictures, the best zoom pictures. But looking at those pictures, every single one taken by the Samsung Galaxy S20 is sharper. I'm not even sure how that's possible. But every single picture taken by the S20 is sharper, therefore better because there is more detail and so on. As for color accuracy, the P40 Pro is better than the S20. But for sharpness and detail, I find that the S20 does better, at least for 5 times zoom. And we are moving on to pictures taken with the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these 3 devices. So the first thing you're gonna notice is the fact that the iPhone 11 and the Samsung Galaxy S20 have a wider field of view. So you can basically see more in those pictures than you can see in the pictures taken by the Huawei P40 Pro. Now, looking at the colors, once again, the Huawei P40 Pro kills the other two. The colors that I'm seeing in these pictures are the exact same colors that I was seeing with my own eyes. The next one for color accuracy would be the iPhone 11, with the Samsung Galaxy S20 being the last one, because the sky was never that blue. The sky is that blue that some of those buildings actually appear a bit blue in some of those pictures taken by the S20. So for ultra-wide pictures, I feel that the P40 Pro does the best, followed by the iPhone 11 and then lastly the Samsung Galaxy S20, because the S20 just oversaturates those pictures like crazy. As for pictures taken with the main lenses on the back of these 3 devices, I almost feel that the iPhone 11 does the best because most pictures are very consistent. So the colors are kind of the same, everything is the same, the sharpness is the same. With the P40 Pro, you do get some strange colors in some of those pictures, even though when it gets it right, the P40 Pro has the most accurate colors. And I did notice that the P40 Pro did have the better dynamic range out of the 3, followed by the S20 and then with the iPhone 11 being the last for dynamic range. But overall, I do prefer the pictures taken by the iPhone 11 with the main lens. But definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think. So what do you think? Which one is the best for daytime pictures? The iPhone 11, the P40 Pro or the Samsung Galaxy S20? Definitely leave a comment down below and let me know. Alright, and we are moving on to nighttime pictures, and as I said earlier, for nighttime pictures I did use the night modes on all three devices. So looking at those pictures, you're going to notice that the pictures taken by the Samsung Galaxy S20 are the brightest, followed by the iPhone 11, and lastly the pictures taken by the Huawei P40 Pro. Now, if you look at the details and sharpness, you're going to notice that the pictures taken by the P40 Pro are by far the sharpest and the most detailed, followed closely by the Samsung Galaxy S20 and with the iPhone 11 having the softer pictures. Now, it really depends how you like your pictures. If you like your nighttime pictures to look kind of like night, you're probably going to prefer the pictures taken by the Huawei P40 Pro. But if you like your nighttime pictures to be a bit more vibrant and stuff, I feel that the Galaxy S20 and the iPhone 11 will be your favorite. So I can't really say which one is better. If you want to modify your own pictures, the pictures from the P40 Pro will do the best because they are the most detailed ones. But if you just want Instagram ready pictures, I feel that the Galaxy S20 will probably do the best. But once again, check out the pictures and definitely let me know in the comments down below which phone you prefer for nighttime pictures. And we are moving on to video recordings, and for video recordings the P40 Pro has finally improved Huawei's video quality, because in the past the video quality from Huawei devices wasn't the greatest. So looking at those videos, I have to say that the image stabilization while using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these three is the best on the P40 Pro. But overall for video quality, and I'm talking about daytime videos, I still kind of prefer the videos from the iPhone 11. I don't know, the colors are better, the details are better, dynamic range seems to be better. So for daytime video recordings, I do prefer the iPhone 11 out of the three. Now for sound recordings, well, the P40 Pro is pretty good, but also the Galaxy S20, with the iPhone 11 being the last one. Now, the biggest change that you're gonna see, the biggest difference you're definitely gonna notice for nighttime videos. For nighttime videos, the P40 Pro is so far ahead the other two, it's not even funny. I mean, with the P40 Pro, you can see things that I cannot see with my own eyes. But I'll let you guys watch those videos and definitely let me know in the comments down below which phone you prefer for daytime videos and for nighttime videos. So let's check those out. This is our first video test between the Samsung Galaxy S20, the iPhone 11 and the Huawei P40 Pro. For this recording I am using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these three devices, and I am recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. So I'm gonna pan left slowly, back right, and I will go running for a bit so you can see which device does better for stabilization. So this is our recording between the S20, the iPhone 11 and the P40 Pro would look like. For our second video test, once again between the S20, the iPhone 11 and of course the P40 Pro, I am using the main lenses on the back of these three devices and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. So I'm gonna get close to this here, move up, and walk straight for a bit. And we'll stop here and pan right. So this is how a recording between these three devices would look like in 4K at 30 frames per second using the main lenses on the back of them. And we are moving to yet another video recording between the S20, the iPhone 11 and of course the Huawei P40 Pro. For this recording I am recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and I am using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these three devices. As you can probably see for yourself, I am walking. So this is how recording between the three devices would look like under these conditions. And for our last video recording, I am doing 3 times zoom with the S20, the iPhone 11, and of course the Huawei P40 Pro. You may hear some noise behind me, someone is yelling something behind me. So this is how a recording would look like with 3 times zoom. Let me pan to this tree here. And now to that door. And I'll try to hold the devices steady. So yeah, this is how recording looks like with 3 times zoom. And we also have a quick recording done with the front-facing cameras on the S20, on the iPhone 11, and of course the Huawei P40 Pro. So this time around the P40 Pro can do 4K with the front-facing cameras. I believe that this is the first for a Huawei device. I don't remember any other ones that used to do 4K with the front-facing cameras. So this is how a recording between the 3 devices with the front-facing cameras would look like. Alright, we have our first video recording in low light between the Samsung Galaxy S20, the Huawei P40 Pro, and of course the iPhone 11. I'm currently recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and I'm using the main lenses on the back of these 3 devices. So I'm gonna stop here for a second and I'm gonna pan left slowly. And back right. So this is how a recording in low light between the S20, the P40 Pro, and the iPhone 11 would look like at night. And we are moving on to our second video test in low light between the Samsung Galaxy S20, the Huawei P40 Pro, and of course the iPhone 11. For this recording, I am recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, but I am using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these 3 devices. So I'm walking slowly here. I'm gonna stop here for a second. So looking on the screens here, on the screen of the S20, I can kind of see something. I can see everything on the screen on the P40 Pro, and almost nothing on the screen on the iPhone 11. So let me walk here for a bit, and I'm gonna pan left. Wow, what a difference. So I can definitely see way more on the screen on the P40 Pro. But again, I'll have to see how this actually looks on the computer. So this is how recording done at night with the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these 3 devices would look like. And we have one last video test in low light between the P40 Pro, the S20, and of course the iPhone 11. So once again, I am recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, and I'm using the ultra-wide lenses on the back of these 3 devices. So I'm gonna pan right slowly, then back left. So this is how recording between these 3 devices would look like at night. And lastly, it's time to check out some selfies. And once again, the Huawei P40 Pro has improved the selfies that we've seen from other Huawei devices. But checking out the daytime selfies, personally I prefer the daytime selfies coming from the iPhone 11. So even though the P40 Pro has better selfies than it used to have in the past, I still prefer the ones taken by the iPhone 11. As for nighttime selfies, the S20 seems to do the best for those. Mostly because the S20 has a night mode that works for night selfies. The P40 Pro has a night mode for selfies as well, but it just doesn't work as good as the one on the S20. So there you have it, the P40 Pro, the iPhone 11, and the Samsung Galaxy S20. So which one do you believe that does better overall for pictures and videos? Once again, let me know in the comments down below why you think one is better than the other ones. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, don't forget to press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.